Come on in, welcome to my home. Today's a really simple recipe. Really simple. It's springtime, and so I wanted to do, some spring kind of things. So these are honey brownies. Really easy. All the ingredients are listed down below in the description. It's so simple, along with some of the items that I use. All of my ingredients are at room temperature. That's important. We're going to start off with our butter and our sugar. I am using raw sugar. You don't have to use raw sugar. You can use regular white sugar, the kind of sugar that you like to use. If you think that you're going to whip this up until the sugar becomes light, the butter and sugar becomes light and creamy, raw sugar doesn't do that. It does not do that really at all. Now I'm going to add our honey. Now get the best type of honey that you can afford. Don't go into the poorhouse to get your honey. I should mention that my oven is preheated to 350 degrees and I have an 8x8 pan that is heavily greased. Alright, I'm going to tell you what I did wrong in this recipe. Correct it for you, but I can't rebake it because, these recipes go as they are. Can I salvage this? If this weren't so good, I would not show you this recipe, but oh wow. As the corrected recipe says, you should line your baking pan with parchment paper. Don't just spray it, line it with parchment paper. Then it'll come out in one piece instead of in pieces. Let me scrape this down. It smells very honey-y. At this time, I like to add my sea salt, just a nice pinch. I'm going to add my vanilla, eggs, once again, scrape this one down. Alright, then very carefully, because this stuff goes everywhere, I'm using black cocoa powder. That is linked down below in my affiliate links. This is a very strong cocoa powder, or cocoa powder. I'm warning you of that. Then I'll add my flour. I'm going to stop that for a second so I can make sure to scrape all of that in there. Now, once that's just incorporated, we'll add our nuts. I'm using pecans. You could use walnuts. I think you could probably use almonds. Like I said, I am a huge fan of dark chocolate. I probably haven't said that in this video, but I've said that in multiple other videos. If you do not like dark chocolate, you might want to use a different kind of chocolate, like Dutch processed chocolate, or just regular cocoa powder. That's up to you. You will do a much better job scraping off your beater. Now I'm going to pour this into my line your baking pan with parchment paper. It smells wonderful. Alright, I'm going to take this over to the oven and bake it for about 30 to 45 minutes. However, I'm going to tell you this right away. I would test it at 25 minutes to see how done it is. Keep an eye on it. The last few minutes it can touch and go really quickly. So yeah, we're going to go bake this right now. Alright, I'm going to tell you what I did wrong in this recipe. Correct it for you, but I can't rebake it because, these recipes go as they are. Can I salvage this? If this weren't so good, I would not show you this recipe, but oh wow. Alright. As the corrected recipe says, you should line your baking pan with parchment paper. Don't just spray it, line it with parchment paper. Then it'll come out in one piece instead of in pieces. That was the only problem. However, like I said, if this were in, now that I'm realizing I should have just let it cool longer, let's give this a taste, because I've been tasting this. I'll admit this. I've been eating this. This is amazing. Like I said, if this recipe weren't so good, I would have just been like, nope, won't show it to you. We'll just do it some other time. But no, the only problem was literally put parchment paper into the pan. Don't just spray it. But hey, it is absolutely worth it. It is so good. And I mean, honestly and truly, this is probably one of the best things that I've had in ages. My mom has been, as you can tell, lots of this is missing. It is 11 o'clock in the morning. Mom has come over here and she's been putting this on ice cream at 11 o'clock in the morning. That's how good it is. Yeah, it's worth it. It is absolutely worth it. Just like I said, remember to line your pan with parchment paper and you will be fine. So worth it. If you make this, let me know. You can get a hold of me on most social media at cmcolemanhome. Also, if you make this, tag me in it so I can see a better version of it than what I made. Because it came out tasting great, but it just didn't come out of the pan well. Stuck to the pan. That's okay. I can live with that because this is so good. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about that. And like I said, line it with parchment paper. Line your pan with parchment paper. It'll solve all of your problems. I hope I get to see you again next time, and also check out these videos that I picked out just for you. I'm going to continue eating this. This is that good.